Viruses. Viruses are the smallest of all the microbes. Viruses are intracellular parasites that replicate only after infecting specific host cells. A virus is a small parasite that cannot reproduce by itself. Once it infects a susceptible cell, however, a virus can direct the cell machinery to produce more viruses. Viruses are microscopic entities that have a core of genetic material, either DNA or RNA. The core is covered with a capsid, a protective coat made of protein. Around the capsid, there may be a spiky covering known as the envelope. These spikies are proteins that enable viruses to bind to and enter host cells. There, if the conditions are right, they can multiply. They also do not contain ribosomes, so they cannot make proteins. This makes them unable to reproduce independently and totally dependent on their host. The entire infectious virus particles, called a virion, consists of the nucleic acid and an outer shell of protein. The simplest viruses contain only enough RNA or DNA to encode 4 proteins. The most complex can encode 100 to 200 proteins. A virus that infects only bacteria is called a bacteriophage or simply a phage. Viruses that infect animal or plant cells are referred to generally as animal viruses or plant viruses. A few viruses can grow in both plants and the insects that feed on them. The highly mobile insects serve as vectors for transferring such viruses between susceptible hosts. Viruses can be counted and plotted by the Blaze assay. The assay is performed by counting a dilute sample of viral particles on the plate covered with host cells and then counting the number of local lesions called blasts. The virus replicates in this initial host cell and then lyses the cell, releasing many progeny variants that infect the neighboring cells on the plate. After a few short cycles of infections, enough cells are lysed to reduce a visible blast in the layer of remaining unaffected cells. Viruses get a bad rap, but they also perform many important functions for humans, plants, animals, and the environment. For example, some viruses protect the host against other infections. Viruses also participate in the process of evolution by transferring genes among different species. On retroviruses and some other animal viruses can integrate their genomes into host cell chromosomes. In some cases, this leads to abnormal cell replications and the adventurous development of cancers. Bacterial viruses have played a crucial role in the development of molecular cell biology. Recombinant viruses can be used as vectors to carry transduced selected genes into cells. In this approach, viral genes required for the lytic cycles are relayed by other genes. The use of viral vectors for gene therapy is still in its infancy, but has reached potential for treatment of various diseases. Thank you very much.